What's your favourite outdoor cooked breakfast?
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Now today I've missed all three breakfasts, right? So I missed the pre-breakfast breakfast, I missed the breakfast, and I missed the post-breakfast breakfast, and I've missed lunch. So I'm pretty hungry. I've been working since 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning. I've got some wiggle room in my diary, so I decided to put on a pack, hike up into the woods, and cook breakfast next to this beautiful little secluded lake. You can tell I'm in Wales, look, because there are signs everywhere, even in the middle of summer, advising you to get an umbrella ready for when it rains. Awesome. You know, I really don't care if it does rain. I love the rain, I love the weather. You know, sometimes the worse the weather is, the better. But it's no good for delicate kit like, you know, technology kit, cameras, and I've got cameras with me today. And for that reason, I'm using the Cameros F Thor 40. One element of the Thor 40 that I love is that it incorporates a rapid deploy integral rain cover. So if the heavens do open within seconds, I've got a fully waterproof rain cover, adding another level of protection for the cameras and kit inside. I think I've had too much coffee this morning. Too much coffee? Can you really have too much coffee? Anyway, I've had loads of coffee, I've had loads of water, so already I need a pee. Don't look. I don't know why, but I always find it kind of strangely comforting when I'm walking with a pack on my back. Odd. I've just heard voices. That means my secret lake, maybe not as secret as I want it to be. Here it is. This is my secluded little lake, and this is where I'm going to stop and have some breakfast. And I don't know if that came out. When I say breakfast, it's kind of 2 o'clock. But I don't know if that came out. There was a little trout jumped over there. Gives me hope. There's a few trout rising actually. That's quite cool. So I'm going to sit. I'm going to light up the stove, have some breakfast very late in the day, and chill. You know, sometimes you just got to take time out. And today is definitely one of those days. This video is a bit spammy. Personally, I prefer Bacon Grill, but you can't get it for love nor money around here, so spam it is. I was going to talk, but don't talk with a mouthful, right? Does it count if it's YouTube? Spam, mushrooms, sliced potato. The potato was pre-boiled, kind of leftovers. Now, food like this is very different to expedition food. When I'm on an expedition, it's all about kind of lightweight, easy to pack, easy to carry, speed of hydration, and not just the food but the fuel and the cooking systems. And so I kind of rely on freeze-dried food for my evening meals, and breakfast I usually make up myself, and my breakfast is kind of it's porridge or oat based, and I vacuum pack my own, so it's porridge or oat based, and in the pack goes I can't remember the measurements, but wherever I go in the world, so there's porridge, there's powdered milk, there's sugar, usually chocolate of some description, and I like all kinds of chocolate bars just chopped up, thrown in there, so extra sweet, extra calories, because that's what it's about, just getting calories in. What else goes in there? Chopped nuts, chopped dried fruit. If I'm in the Arctic, when I open the packet up to rehydrate it or to hydrate it, add the hot water, I normally drop in like a half a block, quarter block or half block of butter cubed up, and that kind of gives you this buttery, sweet, sticky goo, full of fat, full of sugar, to really kind of kickstart the day. It's pretty awesome. But interestingly, when I first get on an expedition, when I first arrive somewhere, the first few days to a week or more, I actually find it really difficult just to eat, especially breakfast. I never feel ready for it, but I know I've got to, so it's kind of force feeding, if you know what I mean. It's quite a weird phenomenon, using up a tremendous number of calories, tremendous amount of calories, hauling the pulk or climbing up mountains with a heavy pack or whatever. But I totally lose my appetite. It normally takes 7 to 10 days before my appetite really kicks in again, and then I'm away. Once I'm eating, then I eat everything, and it kind of a game of catch-up ensues. And through the day, I tend not to stop and cook food. So through the day I snack on food in my pockets, and that changes depending on where I am, obviously the heat and the environment. So for example, in the Arctic, the bags in my pocket will contain jellied sweets, cubes of pepperami, that kind of stuff, you know, salami, dry cured meats, dried fish. I've had dried whale, dried seal, all kinds of dried meats. I've said dried meats already. Sweets, nuts, a little bit more dried fruit. And that kind of, you snack on that all day long until the evening when I have my rehydrated, freeze-dried food. Some of that stuff is, you talk about the colour more than the flavour, but some manufacturers and some particularly interesting recipes or menus within those manufacturers can be absolutely outstanding. There was one a few years ago by a company, and they made a Kung Po chicken, and you could not tell the difference between this freeze-dried food and actual Kung Po chicken that you would get in a restaurant. Another absolute favourite of mine is the porcini mushroom risotto from Firepot Foods. That stuff is awesome. Now, I've served this stuff up at a dinner party. My friends thought I'd cooked porcini mushroom risotto from scratch. They had no idea that it was my leftover expedition foods. Anyway, enough of talking. Back to eating. Incidentally, when I'm at home in this country, freeze-dried food is off the menu, right? I cook as much as I possibly can. I use an actual plate, not a packet with a long-handled spoon, and I use these are my grandmother's old cutlery. You know, if you're going to do it and you can enjoy it, then do it. If you've got to go lightweight, that's different, but I'm not. I've walked kind of 4 or 5 miles from home, and carrying a little stove and some fuel and some proper food. If you can call spam proper food, it's nothing. It's nothing. Tastes nothing. But the enjoyment factor is definitely there. I love cooking on the beach as well. Kind of get down fishing, catch fresh mackerel, bass. Maybe not so much the bass, but definitely the mackerel, and just cook them there on the beach, on the sands. Awesome experience. I love cooking anywhere, but I love cooking outdoors just for the kind of pure enjoyment of experiencing cooking and eating good food outdoors. Once again, the caveat is I'm eating spam right now. Bear that in mind. And I'm also talking with a mouthful, so I do apologise. And turn the camera off and crack on. There you go, instead of watching me eat, you can admire the view that I'm admiring for a little while. Spam, fried in no oil, is actually tastier than people give it credit for. And that was the sound of the last mouthful and the fork and knife going down. I'll do a quick kit run through because people like seeing kit, talking about it. The stove that I used was this one. It's my little Lixada folding stove with my, still warm, my Trangia Spirit burner in the top that I won't pull out because it is still warm. And the pan is awesome. This is my Stabiliterm folding handled Jagerstech panner, Hunter's frying pan. Why can't I say that? Jagerstech panner. It's easier to say in Swedish. So this is great. There's another video, I'll drop a link below to the video where you see me get this, unpack it, season it and use it for the first time. And I've got to say, since then I've used it loads and it's bloody brilliant. Can I say bloody? I just did, it's too late. It's bloody brilliant. You know, I do steaks on this thing. It works on the induction hob, it works on a fire, everywhere really. My plate was a cheap ceramic plate, and my cutlery, as I said just now, was my grandmother's. I think I'm done. I've had a really nice breakfast. When I say really nice, spam can be really nice if you're hungry, or if you're not and you've got lots of ketchup. Either way, beautiful location, nice to chill out, eat outdoors, cook outdoors, eat outdoors. It's been pretty cool. So all I'm going to do now is pack up, do a check to make sure I've left no trace, and then go. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe and share away. Tell your friends. Catch me on my other socials, and remember, if I can help you with anything at all, get in touch. Let's have a conversation and make good stuff happen. Always do a quick leave no trace check. Make sure you've left nothing behind that could be valuable. Make sure you've left nothing behind that's going to damage the environment. And if you see anything else here, just pick it up, take it home, get rid of it. It takes no effort whatsoever. Let's keep places like this looking like this.